Hello there! Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Obey, and I am pleased to say I finally got my 1 through 100 FemForce totally completed. So, I was missing 8, 18, and 28 for like the longest time. I could never find them anywhere. Finally broke down, finally spent dumb money, and bought them on eBay. Had to pay like $4 an issue, had to pay like $3 shipping. I mean, it's more than I wanted to pay, but you know what? I finally just had to finish the damn series. I wanted 1 through 100 solid. After that, they get into like really thick, they get really specialized, they get really expensive. But I really wanted like the original mass market set. So, number 8 is their first odd black and white cover, which I think is weird because it is still color. And I appreciate that. I love FemForce in color. I love them in black and white, but I do pretty much definitely prefer them in color. So, black and white cover, color inside. And then by the time you get to issue 28, which you can see is a little bit rough and worn, what are you going to do? These damn things by themselves are expensive. But, oh wow. Then you get into black and white. By issue 28, you're running black and whites. And the art is still great in them. Don't get me wrong. If you've ever wondered about FemForce, plot-wise, yeah, you might hit a snare. Art-wise, you're never going to fail. I think they are some of the most consistently best art schemes going on. And I love them in black and white. I'm not going to like sit here all day and like gawk at these inside. But AC Comics, with their FemForce line, did amazing work. Even in black and white. Anyway, other than those two, I am still going through my massive pile of comics that I bought from a comic book store. And it's a store that closed down, so it's old inventory. None of it is super great, but some of it is pretty damn cool. I have a shit ton of Shadowhawk books, and that's a character I don't even know or care. But Shadowhawk Vampirella crossover, I thought looked really awesome. So yeah, I was like, yeah, hell, I'll take that. Shadowhawk Vampirella Creatures of the Night. I think it's a variant cover. I'm not positive, but totally cool. I found a box that had like probably 10 copies of Gen 13 number 6. I will always take Gen 13. I love Gen 13 for every reason. It's campy, it's humor, it's TNA, all of it. It's just great. I love that series. Witchblade, Family Ties. I keep finding more issues of Witchblade, and I'm going to eventually just put these all together. And I bet you I have like a huge ass run of Witchblade, but I haven't figured it out yet. An issue of She. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, there's always like one box in somebody's collection that like nothing is taped shut. This was that box. So it was like tape flapped, sticking out everywhere, and She always has really good art in it. That's why I just thought I'd stop and pop that open. If you've never looked inside one, it is a little bit glary in here. Hold on. See if that helps. But yeah, it's good stuff. I'm not gonna get mad at it. I had a whole bunch of issues of this cover of Gen 13 number 1, which that I found very exciting. There is a variant cover of Gen 13 number 1, or it's a mini series. I can't really remember. Bad Girls Go to Hell by Aracel. I've never heard of these, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Betty Page, because they've definitely got her like eyebrows and her hairline. But definitely a weird little set here. It's mature readers. It's 3 issues of a mini series. It's black and white inside, I believe, and just some gritty, dirty, pulpy goodness. So this, I found another set of these. I can't remember if I found a set before, but this is Image Babe Watch sets, where they basically took original issues, original covers, and just like flipped it into a hot chick. And that is what they did here. So you have like Youngblood 3 cover, a variation. Another Youngblood 3 cover. You know, and they just switched everybody. These two were already females. Bad Rock was certainly not a female. Yeah, they flip them to girls, and they made these like kind of goofy cover set, and I think they're awesome. And I might have hit one of those already. Oh wow, look, another issue of Gen 13 number 1. She Psyblade or Psyblade She. This is the first appearance of Psyblade, if I remember right. And it's got a $20 price on it, which it probably brought that at one point. I don't think it's bringing that anywhere near that now. I have no idea. I haven't looked. But I did have several of them. Probably 5 of them, 6 of them in the boxes. But anyway, thought that was cool. A random issue of Wetworks number 2, which I like. Gosh, more Gen 13 number 1. I'm not going to complain. I love Gen 13. Coven of Angels, the comic your mother warned you about. I don't remember my mom ever actually warning me about comics. Helena, Kiss of Death 1B. I have some Helena action figures, so it's finally good to have like a comic from her. I've already hit some Lady Death comics, and I hit another pile in this box. Got that Lady Death. Got Lady Death, which features Purgatory heavily on the cover. This issue of Lady Death, and I don't even know where to look for like issue numbers. So I'm not fluent with this character, but I was pleased to see like a pile of them in here. And yeah, all of them aren't sealed. They're just like all open. And like I said, there's always that one box that nothing is sealed for some reason, and that is annoying. But see, at least this one has an issue number on it. This is 5 of 6. What does it actually look like in a Lady Death comic book? Looks kind of like I would expect it to look in there. I haven't read like any Lady Death comic books. Hardly at all. I think I flipped through a couple once, but I read an Evil Ernie comic once. That was about it. Anyway, Lady Death number 5. This is another figure, or another comic that I know by action figure first. Is Darkchild. Never read a book, but I knew the comic. And yet another Chaos Comics character that I have figures of because I collect action figures first and comic books second. But, well, it might be flipped now because I have a hell of a lot more comics in my house than I have action figures now. But Chastity. This is a character that I don't have any familiarity with, no knowledge of. But I have like a figure of her because it was a cool independent released figure from Chaos, or I think more collectibles might have made it. But, you know, I was excited to actually see the books because I have never seen a Chastity book before. And did pop through a couple. They're not bad. They're very 90s. That is like 90s all over in here. It's just 90s vomiting out everywhere. And that's okay. I freaking love the 90s. 90s were awesome. Yeah, I love her hair. That short bob. That was like a 90s haircut. Oh no, we're sinking. Don't want to be sinking. Okay, and then this is yet another comic that I know by action figure first. Fangs of the Widow. Widow is this like basically a woman who transforms into a horrendously hideous like spider monster with like tentacles coming out of her back. Yeah, like this, and shit coming out of her face, and has to eat people, and the comics are really graphic, really kind of disgusting. Yeah, like this thing. But I have this figure. I was like, this is awesome that I have the figure to this. And I have Fangs of the Widow 1 through, I think I got 5, 6. How many of these things were there? 7, 8, 9. And then I have, I think these are by a different company. These were made by Ground Zero Comics. These are London Knight. They switched companies. I think this is the origin story. And I have a couple of those in that miniseries. And they are, I think the later ones are color, but I know the origin stories are all black and white. Turn that down slightly. I think the Ground Zeroes go to color, but I'm not positive. I don't know, I was just flipping through these the other day, and all of my flip through were black and white. But I have a nice set of these, and it's comics that I haven't had before, haven't seen before. Back up my camera a little bit, get the whole book. Yeah, and they're definitely mature titles, and they are kind of ghastly inside. They're rough. And then these are, I think, the same. I'm pretty sure I opened these a couple days ago. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they're identical, but one is like the signed cover, one is the regular, and these are like a trade reprint of like the first few issues of Widow, and they're really hard to find because every time you look for Widow, you just get Black Widow. If you look for Widow figures, you get Black Widow figures. So it's a hard comic to find. It's a hard character to learn about because it's so overshadowed by a different Widow. But if you're into like some gritty, weird, like nudity, blood, guts, eating people comic, Widow, check it out. Also check out the action figure because damn, I've got it. In fact, I will probably do a video on it coming up here because it is just crazy. Also in the handful that I grabbed, I had to point these out because they're stupid, but it is Warrior comics. And if you're going, what is that? That's the Ultimate Warrior, who wanted his own comic book. So the Ultimate Warrior wrote himself, because, you know, if any of you know wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior is crazy. He was freaking nuts. But he made his own comic book. He wanted himself to be a comic book hero. I don't know why you would ever write yourself in these like Lady Death style pants, but he did. And just super weird, but yet very exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, I got Warrior comics and a random issue of War Child. And now these are a little odd. These were in the collection, and this is where I needed some collector help. If you guys know anything about these, this is original Rob Liefeld artwork, keepsake collection, proof set, and this one is Prophet Portfolio, Stephen Platt. And, okay, that has been opened. So what is different with that one? Bump my camera. Okay, that is just art portfolio. But the it's just like card type things, I guess. Which is kind of cool. But this, I don't know what this is. I don't know about this. I hate to open it. I can open this one. But I don't know what, like, ah, yes, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's sealed, and I don't want to break the seal, but I don't really know what it is. It's some sort of Rob Liefeld original artwork, I guess. Is that what that is? And like I said, I don't want to break the seal or screw with it. But yeah, if you guys know more about these, or what the hell these are, or were, or what they're worth, or what the deal is with them, I would be open to hearing that, because I'm not really sure. It's kind of out of my realm of expertise. I don't ever collect any particular artist or know anything about their artwork. So anyway, if anybody knows what that is, let me know. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. That's my story. I will catch you guys later. Bye.